Welcome to the new Boost Performance engine build area. This is where all the madness is going to happen. This is what you need, guys, to push yourself to 850 horses. Look at this. Mental.
Right now, so let's get it cracking. What's going on with this now?
What's happening, people? As you can tell from the title, let's do that again. What's happening, people? As you can tell from the title, we are building a 850 BHP monster. This Audi RS3 has been nicknamed the Hulk by us because we're going to be soon forging the engine and running big power on it. What's interesting about this car is, ever since I bought it, I've had loads of messages about it, about who the previous owner was, what the history is, and it seems like there's quite a story to it. And I'd like to share it with you guys as well, because it's quite interesting. So first of all, this was an Audi press car. So what that means is, it was used by all these guys who do car reviews on YouTube and on the media and news and whatnot. And I'm going to drop in some pictures as well so you can see. So usually on press cars, what you seem to find on them is they're pretty loaded in spec. And that is the reason why this car has pretty much everything you can want on an Audi RS3, except for the pan roof. And now you're probably thinking, how's it got every spec? Let me explain how that works as well. On a press car, they're obviously going to go on a lot of tracks. They're going to be doing a lot of testing on it. And obviously a car with that pan roof has a lot more rigidity. So that's the reason why Audi haven't opted the pan roof on it. However, of course, they haven't missed out the carbon ceramic brakes. As you can see, the 9 or 10 grand option you get from Audi, they haven't missed that out. Would they miss that in a press car? I don't think so. For those of you that are seeing this for the first time, of course, look at that. RS Super Sport bucket seats. You got Bang & Olufsen sound speakers. For those of you that have been tuning in from this car previously, you can see the engine has already been removed. And what's happened to this car is the timing had jumped and basically became a non-runner. The engine had zero compression on it. What we've done is remove the engine because we're going to forge this engine, forged rods, pistons, new timing chain kit, upgraded springs and valves. I might as well let the parts do the talking. So let's head over there and have a look. But yeah, man, I'm very excited to get this engine built up, assemble it, put it in, start it, and take it on the road. This car is pretty light, 4-wheel drive. Imagine 850 brake from this pocket rocket. That's what it's going to be. Here's another thing. The previous owner has also saw the post on Instagram. I put up a reel of this car. Again, if you haven't seen it or you're not following me on Instagram, go give me a follow now, nams_boost. On there, I put up a reel of this Audi RS3, and he messaged me to say that this car was on stage 3 before, and it was running a TTE 700 turbo. Not bad, huh? This was already tuned up. I mean, it kind of explains the upgraded intercooler, the downpipe from APR, and quite a few bits and pieces that came with the car already. So I'm just going through the messages now, and he actually told me as well that this car has every single option apart from a pan roof, and in brackets weakens the chassis, as I said before as well. It has a stage 3, and as you can see again, telltale sign. Come over here. It's got Piron on the windscreen. Now if you Google Piron, it's also a tuning company, and yeah, they're the guys who've done the work on this car. So again, no expenses has been spared on this car at all. Everything's been done properly. Full spec wise, it's got the APR intercooler, Revo carbon intake, Sharp Motorsport, big injectors, and it had the TTE 700 turbo. But if you remember, the engine didn't have a turbo when it came in from Copart. All right, enough of the car for now. Let's go inside the workshop to the engine build area, show you guys the parts, what we're doing, and what's the plans. But before that, I wanted to show you something. Here's the car when it was fully on the road on a dyno. This is a dyno jet. Look at that. Stunning, man. And I'm not sure if you watched the RS6 video recently. We are also getting a dyno jet. In the next 1 month or so, very excited to announce we're going to have our own dyno jet right here in Boost Performance. And when we do, you know what's going to happen. Next level of tuning. That's what's going to happen. Follow me. Let's get started. Now, before we continue with the video, I'd like to remind you that my absolutely stunning BMW M3 E92 is up for grabs at boostcomps.co.uk, and one of you guys are going to win it. This ends tomorrow, guys, and all you have to do is purchase merchandise from Boost Comps. It's as simple as that. This car is worth £21,000 at the moment on the retail, and you gotta admit, it's absolutely stunning. Grey outside and red on the inside. V8, naturally aspirated, has the rod bearing change already, throttle actuators change, so all you gotta do is just drive it and enjoy the machine. It's simple as that. Now all you need to do to win this car is purchase merchandise. It can be something as simple as a keyring for £5 or a hoodie for £40. Of course, the higher purchase lands you more entries. And of course, with more entries, the more chances you have. It's a very straightforward thing. There's no question to answer, nothing like that. and I will be announcing the winner this Thursday. So make sure you tune into that. For now, head over to boostcomps.co.uk and get yourself some merch. Welcome to the new Boost Performance engine build area. This is where all the madness is going to happen. Whether it's a RS3, a GTR, M3, M4, M3G80, RS6, whatever you call it. We're going to build some serious machines right here on this table. This is the RS3 block. If you look down here, we've got the piston rings inside. And the reason why they're inside already, because they needed gapping. These are the JE pistons, which come from USA. I've already taken them out of the box and assembled it here. So I'm going to go through all the parts that are going to be getting installed on the Audi RS3, and I'm very excited to share all this information. But this is what you need, guys, to push yourself to 850 horses. So let's start with the parts one by one. Here, starting off with Supertech, we have the springs which go in the cylinder head. And bear in mind, this engine, I know it was a non-runner, the only thing it needed was actually just this, a timing chain kit. It's a genuine timing chain kit from Audi, and that's all it needed. But obviously, because we're forging it, I thought at the same time, while we have the chance and everything's open, we'll just upgrade it. Here's the inlet and exhaust valves, again Supertech and upgraded. These are a lot stronger than the factory ones, and that's the reason why I went for it. If, for example, I want to push for more power in the future, I can do so because internally the parts are there to back it. Here we have a genuine Audi head gasket, manifold gaskets, genuine head bolts, timing chain kit, chain, of course, timing chains, that's the whole reason the car failed. 4-bar map sensors, upgraded injectors, loom for the injectors. This is the interesting part. These are the forged con rods. This is what you really need to push the boost up without damaging the internals. This can take a lot more power and heat. This is from H Performance in Germany. Very good products. I've also got JE pistons. These are from the USA. Coming out here. This is the box for it. Again, all these parts are forged. These pistons can handle well over 1500 bhp without a problem. We've got the ACL race bearings for the con rods. Now I want to point your direction to this absolute beast over here. This is the hybrid turbocharger for the Audi RS3. This is what's going to be in charge of giving us that boost. The boost to achieve 850 bhp. Look at this. Mental. Why these are called hybrid turbochargers is because it's the stock frame turbo. So this is actually a factory RS3 turbo. But what they do is bore out the insides and put in bigger internals. Initially, I was going to go for a full frame turbo. Why I've decided not to is because, firstly, to achieve 850 bhp, it's not necessary. It is when you're trying to go for about 900, 1000 bhp, but that's a whole new level of performance. And at the moment, I'm happy to achieve about 850. Stock bhp in this car is 400 bhp. 850 is over double that. So yeah, let's go there first, and then we can see if we want to go for more power. And secondly, cost. I'd like to repeat this on customer vehicles as well. It goes without saying, a full frame turbo and a hybrid turbo, you're looking at a difference of around £5,000. This build is a lot more affordable for customers. So for anyone looking to do forged builds on the RS3, this will be a perfect demonstration of what we can offer you on that. And thirdly, of course, turbo spool. The bigger turbo you go, the more lag the turbo suffers. And for a fast street setup like what I'm going to do, you don't really need a bigger turbo. You do when you're looking to push big power, big figures, and of course higher numbers as well. I think this here is the perfect setup for any customer who wants a fast street car. Of course, for people who are already on stage 2 plus or stage 3, this is basically the step up from stage 3. Normally you have a downpipe, intakes, and hybrid turbo, but this is of course a hybrid turbo with forged pistons and rods, which means you can push the car further. You won't end up risking the rods from bending or even shooting a hole in the block, which a lot of RS3 suffer from. You RS3 owners out there know, but it's already. There is one more thing I haven't shown you guys. This thing right here. Some of you guys know what it is, some of you guys don't. It's a low pressure fuel pump, again upgraded, and this will be needed to run more boost. When you run up more boost, you're going to need more fueling, you're going to need all of that stuff. So yeah, all of these parts go hand in hand. And of course, not to mention the tune, which is very, very important in this whole process.
So Nams, you've spoken about the parts. Why don't you tell us how much did this cost you? Alright,
so these parts in total, they weren't cheap. I think all in, around £6,000. That's not including labour, obviously, because I still have to build the engine. This is just the parts that we see on the shelf right now. These are the best, one of the best parts you can get for this car, the best brands. So yeah, man, we're gonna see very good performance from it. By the way, I got all these parts from H Performance in Germany, so big shout out to them. They make great products. These rods are actually manufactured by them direct, as you can see, H Performance, and these are of course JE pistons from USA. Look at this one properly in detail, it's amazing. No messing around at all. Forged pistons, forged rods, ready to handle the upgraded power we're about to throw on it. There's only one thing we need to do now, is to start building this engine up. So let's get started. So this is the crankshaft of the engine, as they call it, the bottom end of the engine. And as you can see, the conrods are now inserted. And these are the conrod caps, which attach the conrods to the crankshaft. As you can see there, the pistons there as well in the cylinder walls. So these conrods need to be tightened to a torque of 72 Newton meters. We're going to use our snap-on torque wrench to do that. This is calibrated as well for accuracy. So as it gets tighter, this bar over here will light up. Almost there. There you go, green light. And that is torqued correctly. We have to do that for every single rod bolt over here across all the cylinders. So I'm just going to spin the engine around and show you how the pistons look when it's assembled on the other side of the block. There you have it, JE forged pistons, all assembled and torqued up. And of course right now, the rest of the process is assembling this full engine back up. Starting from the bottom end, we're going to put all the sump and all the other stuff, oil pump and whatnot on. Then go to the top, put the head gasket on, the cylinder head bolts, and then start assembling the full engine back up. However, that brings us to the end of today's video. Unfortunately, we've run out of time and I want to get this video posted out today, so no more delays. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in to this episode. It's been good to give you guys a final update, a proper update of the Audi RS3, and we continue to build the engine, of course, on hopefully Sunday's video. And guys, don't forget, this awesome BMW M3 E92 is up for grabs. It ends tomorrow. Do not miss out. All you have to do is purchase merchandise to win this car. Each of these purchases, of course, gives you more entries. So guys, get involved, and one of you guys are going to win this BMW M3. Ends tomorrow. Don't forget and don't miss out. See you on Sunday.